Man, it's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. That one not close. Going to count 1-2. Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Line drive. Puts it away for the out. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boo. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get
in there safely.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And at second with one away, Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. Fought off foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The 0-1. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a miss. Wide throw, and it gets away. He'll score easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, this has been a good, tight game so far, but now that error looms pretty large. I got to think that's going to weigh on him for a little while, unless somehow they can come back and win this thing.
Oh, 2 now. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. 1 out, base is empty. And that just misses.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
Inside, just missed.
It's a good take.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Throws it with the heater at the knees. Mitch Garver up to hit here. They tried to get him to chase on the slider down and away. And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 out, space is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Mariners 1, Guardians coming up. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Luis Castillo, putting on a hit wrist.
Try to stay back from that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
The pitch. And a good eye there. And here it comes. Just missed. And a pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Two down. And the slider just misses.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And there's ball 4.
Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and leadoff batters on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Here's Andres Jimenez. That's down and in. Kwan on at first, nobody out. Popped up. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Nope. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Man at first, 1 away. Castillo will look to first. Kwan dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score a ball in the gap.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
And another ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Pickoff moved to second. Tag, and he's picked off.
It's so rare that the pitcher is able to be that quick and make an accurate throw to second base. It's just not a normal thing for him to do, but does a really nice job there of getting into that middle infielder and the tag being put on the runner. Nice pickoff right there.
That misses. And a full countdown. Josh Naylor waits on deck. Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here in Cleveland, new inning getting started, and now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. That one fouled off.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
On the ground to third, and that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Shane Bieber, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Nick Sandlin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now for Seattle, Ty France. Ball one, no strikes. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Out there to center. Straw has a beat on it. Brings it in, and there's one down. Luke Raley digs in now. Sandlin goes 5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. Activity in the bullpen. Eli Morgan, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Karinchak warming up as well. Next pitch is outside. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And there's two down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Raleigh off of first with 2 away. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
And now it's the Mental Show update with your correspondent.
the south side of Chicago and guaranteed rate field. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Oakland Athletics going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So, almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Eric Benny. What should we keep an eye on here?
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Ryan Noda, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a 1-2. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. He wastes no time on this one, and the A's jump in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. First pitch misses.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0. Pulls that one foul.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And the righty deals. Slapped foul. A's leading by a run, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. That just misses, and the count is even 2-2.
It's a good take.
Two on the way. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice job going the opposite way with it. Letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Brent Rooker in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Fires it to the plate. Slide, save. And they take a 2-run lead.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So here's Brown at the plate. Line drive, caught. And time now to check out the A's lineup. The challenge for him today, Singy, elevating the baseball against this sinker baller that's on the mound.
Yeah, that's the challenge, but it also might affect the way they approach base running in this one, Boog. You get a runner on first, you anticipate trajectory down, and when the ball's in the dirt with a good secondary lead, you break for second. So whether it's a stolen base or not, you stay out of the double play, get that runner in a scoring position, and that can help you put more runs on the board.
BID, ball in dirt. Rooker, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Lopez to second, that's one. And that's two. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the A's 2 and the White Sox coming to bat.
Yeah, you know it's me. You can stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a big for the more to see. Catch me on the scene.
Back here on the south side. And pitching in this game, number 38. What do we need to know here?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite his slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's the veteran outfielder, Andrew Benintendi. Here comes the pitch. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
At the belt and fires. And that is cut out and missed. And the count is 0-2. The pitch. Not even close there. And that's ball one. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Andrew Vaughn now. Fastball for a strike. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. And he deals. Swing and a pop-up. Under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Luis Robert in the box now as he leaves that one up high. 2 outs, base is empty. That one's in there, and the count is 1-1.
One strike.
Hit in the air, right field. Under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Davy Garcia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
This is J.J. Bleday. The wind of the pitch. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Number 67 getting loose out there. Banks also throwing. The wind of the pitch.
That's a ball.
There's the strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. Sit down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Digging in for Oakland, Shea Langoliers. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge. 1-1.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. And misses inside. And it's even up. One out, base is empty. And there's the ball. Outside, and that is ball 4. So man aboard. Next up for the A's, Yuri Ruiz. And first offering is fouled off. Right-handed reliever. Lopez. The underhand flip. There's one. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out. And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. Garcia throw over. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's a strike. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw there. Safe.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Two outs. To third, Moncada. Over to first, and that is that. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Baltimore Orioles. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Corbin Burns. What should we keep an eye on here?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the back part of the bat on the baseball.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. And a pitch. That missed by a lot. And we're underway here this afternoon. The 1-0. Wouldn't chase that time. In the air, left field, down the line. And it drops in. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Runner on the go. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offer in there for a strike. That is strike two.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Righty delivers. Not close with that one. And the count is 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. To third, might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw. That's an error, and everyone is safe. Here's Jose Ramirez.
This at-bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And out of here. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And now it's Josh Naylor. That one a little bit high. 1-0. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That's in there. And that's strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.